How is the current job market in Germany? Is there a shortage of workers? And what are high demand jobs with their salaries? Now, job market reports and all these charts are not that fun to read, so I did it for you. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the German job market in a more interesting way. So everybody knows that there's inflation going on right now, energy prices are not stable, and there's a war not very far from Germany. So you might say that, these are very uncertain times. But despite that, I was also quite surprised to see that the German economy is doing pretty well. The employment figure is rising, 45 million people have a job right now in Germany, which is a positive trend. The German economy has always been very resilient, and recently Germany has even become the third largest economy in the entire world. So I want you to understand that a couple of key industries are driving Germany's job market. If you look at the biggest companies in Germany, you get software giants like SAP or Deutsche Telekom in telecommunication. Allianz is a company in the insurance industry, and Siemens and Mercedes-Benz, which focus on manufacturing for automotive and machinery, are still a cornerstone of the economy. Now, big German companies are also known to be good places to work. For example, on websites like Kununu, you can even look up the rating, salaries and reviews of companies. So on a little side note, before you take a job in Germany, I can recommend you check the profile of the company. I feel like at the moment IT is becoming more and more important in Germany. This is one of the industries where job number growth is by far the highest. At the same time, the healthcare industry is also massively growing. This is because the population in Germany is aging, and this adds more than 100,000 jobs per year. But in general, I want you to remember that Germany is really focusing on a lot of industrial output, export performance, and investments in green and digital technologies. Next, let's talk about the current job market trends. Remote work is becoming mainstream, and a lot of companies offer more flexible hybrid models, which is a nice thing in my eyes. I was recently looking for an internship here in Munich, and I also looked at a lot of normal job postings, and I noticed that there are truly a lot of remote positions. Home office is becoming more and more normal in Germany. On average, 25% of people do some form of remote work, and you can clearly see this change in tech. On the other hand, automation and artificial intelligence are transforming industries. And this means the demand for tech professionals with an AI background who can adapt to new technologies is increasing. Europe is not the most innovative when it comes to AI, but they're building a lot right now. And this means more opportunities for you because they're just getting started. Now, I made a detailed video about how you can study AI in Germany. Check it out if you want. But the question remains, what skills are in demand right now in Germany? In general, a mix of technical and soft skills will get you really far in Germany. Technical skills are always in high demand, like software development with coding languages like Python and JavaScript, and companies are also always looking for skilled data analysts, cybersecurity specialists, and of course, engineers. Germany is still an engineering country. You can test it out yourself. Just type in different job titles on websites like LinkedIn and you will get a good understanding of what companies are looking for. Being able to speak both German and English is also a big advantage here in Germany. In any case, I can recommend you learn proper German because companies here prefer German-speaking candidates. If you want to know how to get a part-time job fast, check out this video. I break down all the strategies. Now, so far everything sounded very good. But I also want you to know about the challenges, because in life not everything is rosy and beautiful. On one hand, keep in mind that there are very competitive jobs out there, especially jobs where you only require English are hard to get. IT and engineering roles at big German companies are also very competitive. I've seen it with my own eyes. In big cities like Munich, hundreds of people apply for one job or even one internship. On the other hand, many companies are struggling to find qualified candidates. For example, at the moment, there is a shortage of 100,000 IT specialists. But navigating the German job market can be challenging for international students and job seekers because of the language barrier. Again, learning German is extremely important. Now, there is one big problem in Germany that might be a huge opportunity for you. What do countries like the US, UK, France, Canada, and Japan have in common with Germany? There is a massive labor shortage because of an aging population. So Germany might have difficulties meeting its long-term demand for skilled workers in the future. At the moment, immigration is simply not enough. By 2036, 30% of the working population will retire, and there are not enough young people to take their place. So there will be a huge number of open job positions. And this is absolutely crazy. Germany is not struggling with too few job opportunities. No, it's the opposite. There is a massive shortage of skilled workers at the moment. So this can be a big opportunity for you. Because of these problems, companies started to turn more to international talent. Immigration certainly helps fill the gaps in the job market. Global recruiting strategies are becoming more and more important because companies plan to expand teams with qualified people from abroad. So there is most likely going to be more of an international focus in the world of work. Now, the German government is also pumping a lot of programs to support job creation and employment. They are constantly creating vocational training programs and apprenticeships. Over 500,000 apprenticeships are offered per year. Again, I also have a video about apprenticeships on my channel. And because of the shortage of skilled workers, employers realize that they can't always find perfect candidates for their job requirements. So they are trying to be more flexible with qualifications. So this means companies are hiring people without traditional training or degrees, if they have the right practical skills and experience. So in Germany, it's all about having the right skills. You also have to show this in the job interviews. Companies don't want people with theoretical knowledge. No, they are looking for people who can actually do practical work. On this channel, I focus on studying and working in Germany. And the good news is that Germany is welcoming skilled international students and workers. And this is one of the strategies of the government. They want to fix the labor shortage by attracting skilled workers from abroad. To meet the demand for labor, Germany is dependent on at least 1.5 million immigrants per year. Yes, you heard it right, 1.5 million. If you deduct emigration, so people leaving the country, it leads to a net increase of 400,000 people in the labor force every year. Now, recent changes have made it easier for international students to come to Germany, and the number is growing like crazy. For international graduates of German universities, it also got easier to stay and work in Germany because there are extended job search visas and simplified application processes. So if you want to come to Germany, whether as an international student or a skilled worker, it's important to be as professional as possible, learn proper German and continuously develop your skills. When it comes to salaries, they are of course different by industry and location. On average in 2024, tech professionals can expect to earn between 50,000 and 80,000 euros per year. Roles in engineering and finance offer similar salaries. In healthcare, the range is a little bit bigger, with doctors earning between 80,000 and 150,000 euros, while nurses earn between 30,000 and 50,000 euros. So currently, the job market in Germany looks promising. I'm also testing the job market right now by applying for internships at big German companies, but more on that in September of this year. So in Germany, I can recommend you especially look at industries like cybersecurity, AI and renewable energy. They are expected to see the most growth in job openings. Apart from that, IT, natural sciences, air transport and energy technology are always good fields to get into. Don't forget to enroll in the free Germany Starter Kit course in the video description, download the free Studying in Germany guidebook and join our huge Discord community. Love you and stay focused.